Creativity is not for the weak. But if you were blessed with that kind of brain too, you probably also grew up hearing to get a real job, that it's just meant to be a hobby and not something you actually pursue, that you'll be a starving artist. And I don't just mean fine art, music, film, design, fashion, video, art, photography. It's the kind of profession that makes people frown when you say you want to pursue it, when everyone consumes that media all the time. To be fair, these are notoriously difficult industries to get into. Years of unpaid or underpaid work before any real stability, rejection after rejection, auditions, portfolio reviews, pitches that go nowhere for years, with no guarantee that it will ever change. Comparison culture and years of hustling and teaching yourself every cool trick that you saw on social media. Long stretches where nobody is watching, nobody is paying. So why aren't people praised more for trying? If the reality is this much struggle, why do we still want to do it? For many people, their creative interests began at an early age and have always felt like what they needed to pursue deep down, almost as if the profession chose them, not the other way around. Part 1. The identity knot to being creative. The thing about having a creative job in these industries is that it's not just a job. It's kind of part of your identity in a way. The glamour that comes with it is nothing but a marketing wrapper for consumers, when really what ties people to it is the cultural significance and emotional connection. The worth it calculation isn't rational, it's emotional, which makes it even easier to tie your self-worth to the quality and success of your work. That's exactly what makes the struggle so heavy. When your identity and your output are fused, every rejection doesn't just feel like this didn't work, it feels like I'm not good enough. Part 2. The pursuit of meaning. People don't actually chase glamour, they chase significance and meaning. The feeling that what they make matters, that it stays with people. This is also known as the rise and fall of the perfectionist. The rise is the addictive part, the high of finally cracking a problem, the high of finally making something successfully. The fall is what nobody talks about. The burnout, the sense that nothing is ever finished, the exhaustion of constantly competing with your own last work. It's a lifestyle chosen by people who love to compete with themselves, who are problem solvers of their own kind. But that same trait that makes someone great at their craft is often the trait that makes them their own harshest critic. The questions that creatives have to ask themselves isn't just how do I make this simulation look real, but also does it actually make the message clear? Does it make any sense? That's what makes this a unique combination of emotional and technical problem solving. Part 3. The cultural power and community. Fashion, film, TV, and design all take part in making people feel seen, but also see themselves differently in the world. Movies that have a global impact make people feel like they are being part of something bigger than themselves. Being part of the kind of culture setting has a different kind of satisfaction and pull than fame itself. My favorite quote for happiness comes from the book The Courage to Be Disliked, and it simply says, "Happiness is the feeling of contribution to society or a community of people." That's it. And I think that sums up the irresistible pull to be part of the creative industry quite well. The reward isn't necessarily being the smartest person in the room. It's more like who can channel a certain feeling or experience and communicate it in the most powerful, resonating, and intimate way. How do you translate something personal to you and make it feel relevant and important to other people too? Maybe that's the real answer to why do we still want to do it. Because contribution, even if invisible, underpaid, or unglamorous, is still contribution. And if we follow the quote I just said, it is the most important feeling of being human. And that brings us to part 4. Is AI making us realize how special it is? With jobs disappearing, portfolios undercut by generated work, clients asking for an AI mock-up instead of paying an artist for their time. For an industry that was already this hard to survive in, AI has added a new, faster kind of rejection. But on the brighter side, I think it's also made a lot of us realize how special it's been for humans to come together and make a whole movie, a whole album, a whole collection with nothing but our brains. A Pinterest board and a dream, you could say. AI is making creativity feel synthetic and disingenuous, and I think that's what's outraging everyone. It feels like an attack on our humanity in a way. Maybe some of us needed to see a robot take away the value of human creativity in order for us to appreciate it again. To learn how many months or years go into making a bunch of pretty pictures and videos, and realize that the most human thing we can do is create and express our own interpretations of life and share it with other people. Because that's the job no one can automate, making someone feel less alone with something that you authentically made.